a tabernacle for worship and lessons from Israel's journey. While Moses was on Mount Sinai, Jehovah instructed him to build a special tent called the Tabernacle, where the Israelites could worship him. This tabernacle was designed to be portable so that the people could carry it with them wherever they traveled. Exodus 25, 1-9. Jehovah said, "Tell the people to give whatever they can to help build the tabernacle." The Israelites responded generously, donating gold, silver, copper, precious stones, and jewelry. They also brought wool, linen, animal skins, and many other materials. They gave so much that Moses had to tell them, "We have enough, do not bring any more." Exodus 31:1-11. Skilled men and women worked on the tabernacle, and Jehovah gave them wisdom for their tasks. Some spun thread, wove fabric or embroidered, while others set stones, crafted gold or carved wood. The tabernacle was built exactly as Jehovah had instructed. A beautiful curtain divided it into two sections, the Holy and the Most Holy. Inside the Most Holy was the Ark of the Covenant, made of acacia wood and covered in gold. In the Holy section stood a golden lampstand, a table, and an altar for burning incense. In the courtyard, there was a large copper basin and an altar for sacrifices. The Ark of the Covenant reminded the Israelites of their promise to obey Jehovah. But do you know what a covenant is? It is a special kind of promise. Hebrews 9:1-7. Jehovah chose Aaron and his sons to serve as priests in the tabernacle. They were responsible for its care and for offering sacrifices. Only Aaron, as the high priest, was allowed to enter the Most Holy, and he did so only once a year to offer a sacrifice for his sins, the sins of his family, and the sins of the entire nation of Israel. 1 year after leaving Egypt, the Israelites completed the tabernacle. Now they had a place to worship Jehovah. Exodus 40:33-38. Then Jehovah filled the tabernacle with his glory, and a cloud appeared above it. As long as the cloud remained, the Israelites stayed where they were. But when the cloud lifted, they knew it was time to move. They would take down the tabernacle and follow the cloud. With that, I heard a loud voice from the throne say, "Look, the tent of God is with mankind, and he will reside with them, and they will be his people, and God himself will be with them." Revelation 21:3. What did Jehovah command Moses to build? What responsibilities did Jehovah give Aaron and his sons? After leaving Mount Sinai, the Israelites traveled through the wilderness of Paran and reached a place called Kadesh. There, Jehovah told Moses, "Send 12 men, one from each tribe, to explore Canaan, the land I will give to the Israelites." So Moses selected 12 men and instructed them, "Go into Canaan and see if the land is good for growing food. Observe whether the people are weak or strong, and whether they live in tents or fortified cities." Among these spies were Joshua and Caleb. Numbers 13:1-2. After 40 days, the spies returned, carrying figs, pomegranates, and large clusters of grapes. They reported, "The land is indeed good, but its inhabitants are strong, and their cities have high walls." Then Caleb spoke up, "We can conquer them. Let's go at once." Do you know why Caleb was so confident? Because he and Joshua trusted in Jehovah. Deuteronomy 1:22-25. However, the other 10 spies disagreed. "No," they said, "the people there are like giants. We felt like grasshoppers next to them." The Israelites became discouraged. They began to complain and say, "Let's choose a new leader and go back to Egypt. Why should we go to this land only to die?" But Joshua and Caleb tried to reassure them, "Do not rebel against Jehovah and do not be afraid. Jehovah will protect us." Still, the Israelites refused to listen and even wanted to kill Joshua and Caleb. Numbers 14:1-10. What did Jehovah do? He told Moses, "After all I have done for them, they still do not obey me. Because of this, they will remain in the wilderness for 40 years, and there they will die. Only their children, along with Joshua and Caleb, will enter the land I promised." Numbers 14:26. 38. Why are you so afraid, you with little faith? Matthew 8:26. What happened when the 12 spies returned from Canaan? How did Joshua and Caleb show their trust in Jehovah? Additional Bible readings: Psalm 78:22, Hebrews 3:17-19. Sometime later, while still in the wilderness, a group of men led by Korah, Dathan, Abiram, and 250 others rebelled against Moses. They said, "We have had enough of you. Why should you be our leader, and why should Aaron be the high priest? Jehovah is with all of us, not just you and Aaron." But Jehovah saw this as a rebellion against him, not just against Moses. Numbers 16:1-3. Moses told Korah and his followers, "Come to the tabernacle tomorrow and bring your fire holders with incense. Jehovah will show us whom he has chosen." The next day, Korah and the 250 men gathered at the tabernacle, burning incense as if they were priests. Then Jehovah told Moses and Aaron, "Step away from these men." Numbers 16:16-21. Meanwhile, Dathan and Abiram refused to come to the tabernacle. Jehovah warned the Israelites to move away from their tents. As soon as the people distanced themselves, the ground split open and swallowed Dathan, Abiram, and their families. At the same time, fire came down from heaven and consumed Korah and his 250 supporters. Numbers 16:28-35. To confirm his choice, Jehovah commanded Moses to collect a staff from each tribe's leader and to write Aaron's name on the staff of Levi's tribe. The staff that sprouted would show whom Jehovah had chosen. The next day, Moses brought out the staffs for everyone to see. Aaron's staff had blossomed with flowers and even produced ripe almonds. This was clear proof that Jehovah had chosen Aaron as the high priest. Numbers 17:1-10. Be obedient to those who are taking the lead among you and be submissive. Hebrews 13:17. Why did Korah and his followers rebel against Moses? How did Jehovah confirm that Aaron was chosen as the high priest? Additional Bible readings: Numbers 26:9-11, Psalm 106:16-18. Subscribe to the channel to continue discovering the history of the Bible from its origins to the present day.